I'm so excited about my new website, so excited about the No Recipe lifestyle that we're going to throw a party. We're going to throw a little dinner party for two of our friends, and I'm going to show you all the steps I go through to plan a menu and pull it off without a single recipe over the next few episodes. I'm Chef Todd Moore. My mission is empowering people to cook without recipes. They experience the freedom to cook what they want, how they want it, the confidence to take control and try new things, the health benefits of fresh, wholesome foods, and the family strengthening bonds of dinner time together, as well as the money they save by eating well. Live without rules, cook without recipes. It's a no recipe lifestyle. So here's the steps that I go through. Number one, let's decide on our menu. What theme do we want to cook in, or what specific entree item do we want to build the rest of the menu about? That's why I'm here at my desk, because that's where it all starts. I think it being spring and me loving French food, I think we're going to do a classic French menu. And one of the first things that I think about is the other day I made a beef bourguignon in little souffle cups, and it was really nice. It was really rich and kind of meaty. Of course, it's very French. So let's start out with beef bourguignon, we'll call as our entree. Generally, I like to do multiple items. So if I'm going along a French theme, let's try and think about a soup. I always love to do a soup. Let's think about an appetizer, a salad, the entree, side dish, and dessert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to put sorbet in there in the middle because that's very fancy. And it'll also give us a nice 6-course meal. So I start writing down my courses. I always love to do a soup because a soup is easy to do. It's usually very impressive, and it's a great palate preparer. An appetizer, a salad, and I've built the menu around the beef bourguignon that I want to make, that I'm going to show you how to do in a dessert. All right, so I'll do a roasted red pepper soup. My appetizer is coquille Saint-Jacques, which is scallops. My salad niçoise with tuna, a sorbet, a palate cleanser, beef bourguignon with Anna's potatoes, string beans, almondine, and a dessert. Well, we'll do crepes. We'll do strawberry or ice cream crepes, something of that regard. And now with the menu set, from the menu comes the shopping list. And this is one of the most important parts for not overspending and not overproducing. This may seem like a lot of food because it's 6 courses, but my object is going to be small portions, little ramekins of things, tastes. This I find a lot more impressive, to get a smaller amount of a greater variety of food rather than getting huge heaping plates. You know, a big portion isn't always necessarily good. A big portion can be unappetizing as well. All right, so let's make a grocery list based on our menu. So red pepper soup, I'm going to need some red peppers, obviously. And this is, again, without recipes. I know in my head how I'm going to do this. This is going to be a simple roasting and pureeing of red peppers with some chicken broth, and maybe some cream, shallots or onion or something like that to saute in. My appetizer, the coquille Saint-Jacques appetizer, that's going to call for scallops, some Swiss cheese, a white sauce with butter, flour, milk or cream. Once I've made a list of all the ingredients that I need, the third step will be figuring out how much of each I need to buy. Let's figure out small portions. Again, a greater variety of food, smaller portions. So the last step will be, what am I going to buy? How much from the store or the farmer's market, based on the number of people, the portions that I'll serve. All right, having made a list of all the items that I'm going to need for this meal, it's time to head to the grocery store and figure out how much of each item I'm going to need. Now, there are pantry items as well. I don't need to buy butter. I don't need to buy flour. I don't need to buy milk. I have that stuff already in my pantry. I'm just writing down the things that I have to buy. Now, for the red pepper soup, I need to buy red peppers, obviously. But geez, how many red peppers will make red pepper soup? Well, my goal is to make just a small bowl of red pepper soup. They're only going to get, say, 4 to 5 ounces total of the soup. So I can figure probably 1.5 red pepper per person. I've got 4 people coming, so I need 6 each red peppers. Cream, I'll probably get an 8-ounce container. Shallots, 3 or 4 of them each. Scallops, it's the same type of thing. And the protein products, the scallops, the tuna, and the beef, those are the 3 items that are going to be most expensive. Those are the ones that I really need to make sure that I estimate correctly. If I buy an extra shallot or 2, that's not a real problem. But I'm going to go with a total portion of 6 to 8 ounces of protein per person. So that's going to be considerable. If they have 4 ounces of scallops, 4 ounces of tuna, 4 ounces of beef, that's already 12 ounces of food, and I want to stick more toward 10 ounces of food total, so people don't get full and disgusted and fall asleep. So let's say we're going to do 3 ounces of scallops per person, 4 people. I need about 12 ounces of scallops when I go to the store. Tuna is really going to be 1 steak. They're only going to get 2 ounces or so on that salad niçoise, so I might need an 8-ounce half-pound of tuna or so. The beef is probably where we're going to beef up this meal, so to speak. So we're going to give everybody 4 ounces of beef. 4 times 4 is 16. That's 1 pound, 16 ounces. So now when I add up 12, 8, and 16, 20, 36 divided by 4, that's about 9 ounces of protein per person. And that's how I figure out the protein items. So now I've got my shopping list and I'm off to the grocery store to buy only the things I specifically need for this meal. Overbuying, over-purchasing, overproduction is always a waste of money. But as for today, these are the steps I want to go through to throw a nice party for 2 of my friends and celebrate our no-recipe lifestyle. And the steps are: decide what menu you would like to make. You have a theme to it. It can be a French theme. It can be a spring theme. It can be a local ingredients theme. It could be a childhood favorite comfort foods theme. But come up with a theme where foods complement each other. Then you need a shopping list. How are you going to prepare these items? What are the ingredients inherent to these dishes that you need? Refer to a written recipe if you want, but do not follow a written recipe. From the grocery list, now you need how much to buy. And you do this with basic portions. What amount of ounces or grams is each person going to eat in total, and then break that down. Do not err on the side of way overproducing because someone will eat it. The skill is going to be in having no leftovers afterward, and we'll see if we can pull this off. So we'll continue tomorrow when I get back from the grocery store, and I'll show you all the stuff that we bought. We'll start cooking this dish, and I'll show you this meal, 6-course French, classical French meal, and I'll show you how I prioritize what goes in first, what comes out first, so that I can actually enjoy this meal and I'm not just the cook. We'll continue with this tomorrow, and we'll see you as we continue to live our no recipe lifestyle.